This is the third day. This is the third day. Yesterday, I didn't finish the 1 hour talking because I was too sleepy and I don't want to waste 30 minutes just sleeping there without saying anything because there's no point. So today should be fine, right? Even right now, I'm quite energized. Let's see. Firstly, I want to say something which is related to my um, my speaking yesterday. I found at the beginning yesterday when I was starting, I spoke with Mandarin for my first sentence, and it's kind of very natural, just come to mind directly. I didn't without any thinking. That's not really good because I also remind myself recently that I need to think about at least 3 times in my mind and then speak it up, then speak it. I know it's quite difficult, but it will be very helpful for us. Anyway, it takes time to be awareness of that and to improve this part. And this is the first mistake I made yesterday. And then second, I found every sentence I said, and including my facial and my tongue, that was quite robotic, without much emotions. Only occasionally that I said something very very interesting or suddenly triggered my enthusiasm. Then I smiled and laughed. I got some emotion in. Mostly I just speak like right now, quite plain. So I want to also, let's say that's the third day. Let's say after a few days how it goes, and then yeah, I wrote some tips about these stuffs about after watching about the tips that I need to pay attention next time after watching the video yesterday. But right now, I just kind of suddenly I can't remember all of this. Only these 2 points. So anyway, we will go step by step and make progressively. Today there are many two topics I want to talk about. Firstly, I want to finish the topic I haven't finished yesterday yet. It was about job seeking part. After 1.5 months, maybe I can say over half a month, that I've settled down. Not really settled down because the work will be starting on Thursday, and that was a second job here. Actually, that job, like maybe I mentioned yesterday, not really sure. The job on Thursday, actually, it was the first offer I got, and then I told them that yes, I took the offer, and I would like to go working with them. But the day before I officially started, I rejected. I told them that I'm sorry, I can't go because I took another offer. I turned them down because another offer they paid higher. They offered more. Uh, they provided a lot of responsibilities that I can grow and learn more. But anyway, that one didn't work. So after 2 weeks, it didn't work. Then because the first offer, that employee, she told me that if you want to come back, just call me. So that's why I still called back. The reason I called back actually was I felt very embarrassing if I told my referees. Because after I worked over a week in the first job, I messaged my two referees, um, I just said some grateful words. I was really appreciate that what they've done for my job reference. So I felt very embarrassing that if I told them again, I'm looking for another job again, the first one didn't work because it was dismissal. Anyway, so it took a bit time for me. Mostly is except for my confidence was a bit down after that. Uh, Another is I feel very embarrassing that I may need to tell others that I got fired. Yeah, but actually the truth is the fact was others not really care. They didn't care much about you got fired. They would think more about are you alright? Anything else I can help you. But the good thing for me is after that time, because after I called the new employee, and then I said that one didn't work. Could I come back? And then they said that they need to have a talk. And then so I got another second interview to told them what happened. And then they can't really decide it. They can't really decide because they need to figure out the how could I fit in to the team because they hired other new staff already. So they said they will get me. They need to think about it. Not decided yet. So I've told them that I also need to look for jobs, but I will keep update. And then because I realized that that thing might not happen. I need to look for new jobs and I need to apply for new jobs. Um, this is the reality that I need to face. So um, anyway, how embarrassing it is, that doesn't really matter um, in front of the daily life, in front of the financial pressure. So after that, um, I applied for some jobs and got just one. I just took a 1 day to apply for jobs because it was a Thursday. Then Friday, I don't think it's really helpful to apply for jobs. Um, but actually now when I'm thinking, Friday still works. When you apply for Friday, so you still because they're still working, you still might get chance to get in touch, and they also could say your profile on Monday. But I didn't do this time. I just want to take a little bit slow. Cause the reason, one of the reason, was because I got too many interviews last time. That it made me difficult to choose which job I really go. Um, because I turned one job down and went to another one, so the results also didn't go well. So this time, I want to go a bit slow. If I got the interview, and then it's fine to wait for 1 or 2 days to get the results. rather than just get all the interviews in a time. And then anyway, I think still because of the bad experience from the last job. So only one day I applied for some, and then got two phone calls. So one confirmed with the interview, so I went there on Monday, and then when I was trying to apply for new jobs that day, and then I got the call from the current employer. They really like me and want me to work with them in the team. So after I got the call, I was still, a bit uncertain. Is it really safe now? Am I really safe now? Honestly, I'm still not really sure. But like my partner told me that if they give you the chance, then you also need to make some commitments too, and there's no really need to apply for the new jobs. What I can do is prepare for the current job, because it's also a new industry for me, new field, a lot of things to do. And even though I want to apply for some weekend jobs, I still need to wait for the current one, get a sense on hand, and see how many shifts. So start with the current one first, and then decide the next step. So that part is settled down. So the topic I want to say is just some tips for the job seeking, because I can see some good feedback from my applications. Actually, I read some notes before. Just give me a second. All right. Yes. So for this part, it can be three parts, mainly three parts, and then with some tips. So firstly, it's about the resume. For me, because I got different roles before, which is quite different positions. So I put when I'm applying for the jobs, I will change a little bit of my position title, aligning with the job application. So, for example, if I want to apply for admin, then I will put the admin resume separate, and then customer service separate. But definitely, some of them could be same, not much difference if they are very common, have many similarities. So it's better to have at least two. One is the general one. The general one is including your all the work experience. So when you need to change some job descriptions, you could choose from your previous experience, choose which one is better, which one is more suitable for this job application. So one is for your older working experience, and then second is about general one. The general one is like what I just mentioned. Admin or customer service, they can be go to one resume. You just need to put a separate name. Just the document name need to separate. And then if you want to apply for, like for example, barista, then you definitely need another separate resume, because the job position or job description or position description will be different. When you choose from your previous experience also will be different. So this is one. And then cover letter. Actually, cover letter could be the same to the resume. One is a general one, like have the format is kind of your template of your cover letter, and then you could have one or two individual cover letter. For example, one for the admin, one's for your barista, right? Because in the cover letter, the contents will be different between them. If you could have separate, then when you apply for the barista or the admin job, you could just change the name, the company name that you apply with those cover letter, and it really could save you much time, make your job application more sufficient, more efficient. So this is for the resume part, and then for the resume, there's one tip that we could keep in mind is when you're doing the job pricing. When you're doing the job, when you put the job description or job title in your resume about your previous working experience, it's better to put the similar job title. For example, if you are all-rounder, if you work all-rounder in a cafe shop, you could do maybe that cafe shop they also have restaurants, so you did the waitress, the front house, and you even did some in the kitchen, and you also did the bar, and then you also did the coffee making. Then when you look for jobs, you could just put one. For example, if you are looking for barista, you just put the barista there. And if you're looking for the front of house, you just put the front of house position, the title there, because you did all of them already and you know how to do it. It's just a position title. You need to make it more match with your job application. Okay, then the second part is about how to apply for jobs. For myself, I just apply jobs through Seek and then Ethic, because I want to my main career is in the non-for-profit field. So this is my first I would like to start. So I did a little research and apply, because there are very limited job vacancies in the ethic jobs. So I did that part first, applied for that part, and then second is Seek. Seek always have a lot of opportunities. So when you are applying for the jobs, then there are 3 steps too. Firstly, you can start with the jobs you really like, you really want to do, even though you might not have any experience. You just want to do that one in that industry. Just do it. Just apply for it. It doesn't really matter if you get that job or not. So just give yourself a chance. And then secondly, you could start to apply for the jobs that are related to your previous experience. This part could be combined that you would like to do. You might like to do that kind of job, and you also have similar experience, and you also have the chance to grow in this career. So that's the second one, and definitely it's better to apply for the jobs which is much closer to the position is much closer to your last employment. Then the third one is like you like to do it, but less career developing chance and less developing opportunities. But you still happy to do it, so you could apply for that one. So after you try the three different applications, the job seeking, then you will see how it goes. In general, the big chance, the more interviews and the big chance that you might get a job is in the second category, the second part, which is mm, related to your previous work experience, and also you might like it as well. Okay, and then for this part, I have one tip. It's better to write down all the jobs that you applied. You could write them, take down the notes, including the job title, company, and what's uh, the working type, full time, casual, or part time, and then if they have the salary they put in the advertisement already, then it's better to write down the salary part as well. And then you also could write down a little bit. If there's still have more space, you could write down the working area, in which suburb, right? And then yeah, that's it for this part. Now the third part is about the interview. If you get an interview invitation, what you are going to do? This is quite important, to be honest, because this will be a very key part that decide if you can get the offer or not. For me, in general, if I get the interview invitation, then I will start to prepare for it, no matter which day it is. I would prefer to start earlier, to prepare for earlier. So there are several things you need to do. Firstly, it's better to prepare some common interview questions, and then do some role plays with your friends, because you think you will be fine, but the words all in your mind. When you speak it, it will be different. So it's better to have some practice, and then you could find a better way to say it, to talk about it. And thirdly, definitely it's better to look into the company that you are going to work to. Better to have a very thoroughly check up what the company's value, mission, what service they provide or products they provide, and then what's their current current situation. And then you also need to look for the job descriptions. On the job descriptions, what they require for the position and what kind of people they are looking for. So you need to combine all these things. Because if you can prepare for this part, then you could have more topics that you could talking with interviewees, and it also will you will leave a very good impression as well, that you are really interested in this job, and you are starting to understand this company culture already. And then another is about the time management. If there's an interview on the day, it's better to arrive there 10 to 15 minutes earlier, because if you can arrive there earlier, you can prepare yourself well and less stressful and less nervous as well. And then there are another tip for the interview. When you are answering any questions in the interview, it's better to keep this in mind. Always think what I can bring for this position, what I can contribute to the growth of this business. So if your answer always combine with this idea, it will be very good. It will be of advantage for you for the interview. Okay. Yeah. So there are some parts that I think we also need to pay attention in the whole process of job seeking. And this is not just from my experience, it also from what others told me. So firstly, it's about the cover letter. Because I had a bit talk in the interview regarding this. It's not me. It's not about me. It's my the director that when he was interviewing me, and he mentioned about this part, cover letter. If you don't want to make it a very official, formal style, then it's better to have a formal style, not too much, but still formal, casual formal. And you need to pay attention about the format, and especially about grammars or spelling. Don't make mistakes with that. And then, because in general, people they submit the cover letter and the resume will be separate document. So it's better to put your personal contact information in the cover letter. Like for example, you could add your phone number and email address at the bottom of your cover letter. So when the hiring team, when they say your information and they want to contact you regarding the interview, they could just use the information you provided on the cover letter rather than go back to look for your resume and then contact you. So that will be a good point if you can put some information, contact information in the cover letter. And second is whatever the communication way you are doing with your potential employees, maybe email or phone call or text or text message, it's better to notice about what kind. It's better to notice that if your grammar or spelling correctly. And then thirdly, it's about a reference. Cause I made a mistake at this part. In general, I will ask my previous workplace and ask the manager, supervisor, the managing team if I can have them as my referees. And then in general, they are fine. They will say yes, it's fine. And then, but suddenly, like this time, after interview, the hiring company they said I prefer another job, another work experience to have the reference. Is that okay? And I said yes, but I didn't because I'm not sure at that time. Just a little bit wondering, do I need to contact them to let them know or not? But I didn't ask that referee first. I didn't get their permission first. So I just provided the information. to the hiring team, and then get a result that she says she refused to be my referee because it was impolite that I didn't ask her permission first. So it's kind of very good, experience that we have to get approval from the referees if they would like to be your referees. Okay, so that's quite important. And then another, the firstly is about when you're in the interview, you need to. It's better to answer some questions that aligning with the requirements. For example, if the job advertisement said we are looking for a cashier, but if you go into the interview and they ask you what kind of job you want to do, is that okay to start with cashier? And if you emphasize with it, I really want to work as a part-time or full-time, is there any chance that I might be transferring to the full-time in future? Yeah, that's it's not really, if you really want to have that job, you really want to get that job, it's better not ask these questions, because definitely in hiring team they may think, oh, you want to look for another type of jobs. We only have cashiers at that time, and even in future if we have the full-time or not, it's not sure. So if you really want to get it, don't mention about this. Only if when you work there for a while and then you believe that your performance, you did a very good performance, and then you could ask them if it's possible to promote me to full time. You could talk about this after you get in. Okay, yeah. So that's we must. There are some tips that we need to be think about while we are applying for the jobs. Maybe there's another one we could do. I think it's better to do it when you get a job offer and at the same time you got some other interviews. So it's better for you to inform them if you don't want to join those interviews, or if you just finished those interviews and haven't got any results yet. It's better to inform that also. Just let you know that I got offer already, and thank you for your time. That's it. Very simple. Okay, that's really a rich experience this time. And then another topic I really want to talk is about car insurance. This time I moved to a new state, and then I need to do the car transferring. Then I found I need to do the car inspection in general, maybe different states. If you need to transfer your car between different states, you need to do the car transferring. So I went to the car transferring, and they said, I contacted them and found some information that I need to do the car inspection. And then I went to the official car inspection center. And in general, for the official one, their requirement is quite restricted. The inspection is quite restricted. So then I found that there are some damaged parts of my car, and even though the car is fine to drive, but the assessment result is was I have to fix those damages and then come back to do another assessment. Okay, so through this way, because the time is also limited, I need to get them done in 3 months. And then at that time, I did a insurance claim already because I got another car accident before. So don't worry, it's not much. It's just a car. I got a bit damage. We're fine. So I did a claim already, and then the repair time was also last month. So I drive my car to there. Actually, I want to talk about the process. Like in general, if you buy the comprehensive car insurance, then if you got any accidents, then you need to do the insurance claim, right? And then when you do the insurance claim, if it is your responsibility that for that accident, then you need to pay excess fee. And you need to pay out of pocket, because in general, I don't know, still have some, just for the general comprehensive, the excess fee is separate, you need to pay separate. But if the accident, the responsibility is under another person, then you don't need to pay this. And another cars, the insurance company, they will cover everything of your car, maybe including the hiring, the car rental after if your car on the repair period. So after insurance claim, you need to pay the claims up, excess fee first, and then do the claim. And then after you do the claim online, then they were, in general, I don't know how about others, but for my car insurance company, they will arrange, I need to give them a call, and then they will arrange a repair center nearby to me, and they will make the booking first, and then on the booking day, I just drove my car to the repair center, and then they will arrange the Uber. They will arrange the Uber for me, or drive me back to home or to my next destination. After your car get repaired, and they will contact you that which day you can come to pick up your car. So in general, the process will be like this. But actually, there are something in the process that we haven't seen yet. For example, after my car sent to the repair center, the insurance will arrange or insurance assessor to do the check for the car to see the damage stuff, and then they will say if it's matched to the claim. After they check the damage part and the claim information and the information you provided in the claim, and then they will give the authorization to the repair center and let them to do it. Otherwise, your car will be returned back to you directly. But that's fine. You still will you still don't need to pay for the transportation. The repair center will help you to arrange arrange the Uber to drive you give you a ride to the repair center to get your car. And another thing I want to say about the inspection. Actually, after I contacted, on the way I was trying to fix in my car, I contacted a lot of the repair center, and then I found, especially because it's related to the mechanics. So there are many repair center. In general, they will have individual. In general, they have the separate. How could say some repair center they call it repair center, right? But they might only do the body work, and some repair center they only do the mechanics. And even some mechanics they might do some part of the cars as well, or because they don't have the parts of your car. So it's better to call them. And then if you need to do reports, especially the government reports, you also need to let them know, because maybe in those repair center who can do the repairing for your car, they can't do the reports. So it's quite it was a difficult, it was a tough time for me. I contacted a lot of the repair center. Then when you give them a call, you need to wait, holding. Finally, you get through. Then they told me, "I'm sorry, we can't do it." Okay. After I drove to one or two the repair center, because they said it's better for you to come on site to have a check, to let us to have a check. Then I drove there, and they said, "Oh, you need to fill in the report. I'm sorry, we can't do that." So there's really a lot of things to do. So especially this time after I did so many checks, inspections, and contacted the repair center, I just decided that next time, if I buy any cars, it's better to buy a new one. Because I also found my current car, because I bought from a friend, and there were some damages that I can't say, and he also didn't told me. So, and that part was really cost a lot. So I decided next time just to buy a new car directly, because for new cars it will has several years the guarantee, and even the insurance fee, anything will be cheap, will have some discounts. So for the cars, anything we need to pay attention. We need to notice. I'm a bit hungry now. And our dog is keeping barking all the night. I don't know why. No, he's still barking. Don't want to sleep. I have no idea. It's my housemate's one. Maybe he was too happy to play with us on the day. Okay. I still have 15 minutes when I can say what I can talk about. How about my tongue today? But I can say my facial. I still don't have any expressions. Yes, maybe I can talk about some about what I've done today. All right. So this morning we sent our car to the repair center because last time the damage we point out didn't get approval from the assessor, the insurance assessor. So this time we just let them know again and what happened and say if it can be get done this time. And the representative we went this time, the people are really nice. They're very kind people, but they are also super busy. So they said if the car can be repaired and the booking time will be next month, mid of next month. Actually it's supposed to be end of next month, but because I told them about our situation, then she said that she will help me to squeeze in, so it will be middle of next month. She's really nice. Then after that, we went to the coffee shop nearby to our accommodation, because that one was recommended by my previous co-worker. Even I just worked there for a few 2 weeks. I still had a lot because I talked a lot with co-workers there. She recommended me this one. Yeah, we went to the cafe shop to have some breakfast and coffee. Um, the banana bread is fine. It's good. Taste is similar as what we had before in other place. Quite good. And the portion also was fine. But the almond croissant, it was too dry. Ask them to put in the oven, get a little bit hot, but it doesn't work much. Anyway, too dry. Not really interested in the almond croissant. And then the coffee, I think recently I didn't drink much coffee. Mostly I drink a lot of tea at home. Maybe because of this. So now when I had a coffee, the coffee outside, I just feel the taste is, I don't know, it's a bit weird, not so good. My partner, he also often, no, he is making coffee every day at home. So in general, if I want to have some coffee, I will just have the one he made, and it was super nice. Maybe because I've been used to the flavor that he made. Then every time when I went outside for the coffee, I just feel not really good. I can't finish them. And then yeah, so we went to have the breakfast and then back to home and started the day. Got a phone call, it's too late at this time. $10 minutes. Okay. So actually the day started, yeah, it had a good beginning, but you can see even right now I was still doing the recording because I had too many things that I want to do on the day. And even though I worked very hard, studied hard, but I still have few haven't done yet. Okay, good night then.